Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, January 31st, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. And just like that, January is gone. Hey, good news. Our poker game on Friday night, I ended up coming in second, only behind Pastor Scott Shelton of Heritage Baptist. Watch out for that guy if you ever play with him in poker. I'm not quite so sure. But the better news is that we raised $280 for the Lighthouse. We decided to donate all of our proceeds to it, so went to a great cause. And the Super Bowl teams are set, and let's just say I'm not entirely happy about that. Well, it is Monday, and there is some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Details are still evolving on this first story, but the Anne Arundel County Police shot and killed a man in a townhome in the 900 block of Danville Court in Crofton yesterday. They were called to the residence by a woman at 4 a.m. who said her son assaulted her and now was preventing her from leaving the home. When police arrived, she was still on the phone with 911 and told them to break in. Police did so, and they found the two in a third-floor locked bedroom. The suspect initially complied with police, but then began to resist when being handcuffed. They tased him to no avail, and at some point a scuffle broke out, and an officer was seriously injured, and he ultimately shot and killed the suspect. Now, we don't know how or the extent of the injuries to the officer. The Attorney General will investigate this in accordance with the new state law, and the body camera footage will be released in about 14 days. The police have not identified the officer, the number of officers who responded, or what type or the cause of the scuffle that injured the officer. I expect this all to be released a little bit later on today, so you want to be sure you check back at eyeonannapolis.net. Interestingly, this somewhat mimics a police-involved fatal shooting just after Thanksgiving in Glen Burnie. Domestic with a son and a mother. Police made entry and tased a suspect to no avail and ended up shooting him to death. Some good news for all full-time permanent employees of Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Dr. Arlotto announced that everyone will be getting a $1,000 bonus in recognition of the hard work during the pandemic. They plan to pay the bonuses from a federal COVID grant, and the State Board of Education must actually sign off on that before it can be distributed. While welcomed, it was divisive on social media. Yeah, like that's a surprise. Part-time employees, contractors like bus drivers, and non-permanent employees were very disappointed, and many teachers expressed frustration that they are still owed past step increases. Here are some comings and goings. Cheeburger in the festival at Rehab is gone, and in its place will be Hangry Joe's Hot Chicken, and they're just getting ready to open. They just hung their sign up over the weekend. Over at the mall, Red Robin was thought to be temporarily closed, but that is now a permanent closure, and the location has been scrubbed from the corporate website. I really like them. Not that they had the best burgers around, but they did have probably the best variety. Anyhow, there are still a few of them left in the state: Gambrels, Bowie, and Columbia. And over at the Annapolis Town Center, Snap Fitness is celebrating their grand opening today. They are a 24/7 gym located near the Mission Barbecue. The center will be open 24/7 for all, but staffed during some normal hours. This will be a nice alternative to the completely different model of Lifetime Athletic Resort that will be opening later this year, also at the Annapolis Town Center. Hey, as you start to get your taxes in order, remember Maryland makes it really easy to enroll in health insurance if you need it. There's a box on the Maryland tax form to check that will trigger a letter sent to you and a 35-day open enrollment period. Remember, taxes are due on July 15th this year thanks to an extension from Comptroller Peter Franchot. And if you don't want to wait for that, you can check it out and enroll right now. Governor Hogan did extend the open enrollment period until July 15th as well. You want to head on over to marylandhealthconnection.gov and check it out. I did, and I'll tell you, the premiums are a lot lower than they were just a few years ago. And as we begin to wrap it up, here is a great story from a friend of mine, Anna Nardone Hayden. She has started a movement about love, appropriate for February, of course, but she is looking to find 1 million hearts, not all on her own, and you'd be surprised where heart shapes show up. snowdrifts, clouds, leaves, maybe a piece of pepperoni on that pizza you ate this weekend. 10,000 or more have already been found, and people all over the globe are reporting them using the hashtag #TheHeartFinders. Post it to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and if you want to join her Facebook group, search for The Heart Finders. With the preponderance of crappy news, this is a very welcome respite. So keep those eyes open, look for the hearts, and remember that hashtag, #TheHeartFinders. And finally, I hope you caught the Refill Goodness Local Business Spotlight this Saturday. If not, you want to scroll back and give it a listen. Jenny was a lot of fun and taught me a few new things. Up this Saturday, the Naval Academy Museum, and then following them, October Contracting, SOFO, and quite a few others. And a little bit later this week, we're going to have a bonus podcast with the Chief Risk Officer from CQ, which is the State Employees Credit Union, to hear what you can do to be safe and what concerns them the most when it comes to financial fraud. Please keep the suggestions coming. Email me at info@eyeonannapolis.net or shoot me a DM on Twitter. All right, that's it for the news, but first a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's daily news brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and Alpha Engineering. All righty, it is Monday, and Anna Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And as always, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company.
One of the most common questions we get: how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today at 410-599-1370 so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, January 31st, last day of January 2022. And what a wintry month it turned out to be, with multiple days of falling snow and below average temps for the month on the whole, after the first 2 days started out with a combined 20 degrees above average, which is almost unheard of for this time of year, and it feels more like 29 years ago versus 29 days. Look for slightly warmer temps today in the upper 30s with plenty of clouds in the skies above, ahead of more clouds and low 40s tomorrow with another cloudy day, and mid to upper 40s Wednesday, ahead of some rain with temps upper 40s to mid 50s both Thursday and Friday before we return to winter late Friday through the weekend, with temps crashing behind that frontal boundary that will bring the rain late Wednesday into Friday, with temps down to around 20 degrees when we wake up Saturday morning, with highs only in the low 30s Saturday and then mid or upper 30s on Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores. so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Anna Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Anna Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week was volatile and continued the decline for the fourth week in a row. Economic data released on Friday, including some corporate earnings, consumer spending, and a key inflation measure known as the personal consumption expenditure, will impact the market. If you're still working, this downturn is a good thing. With each paycheck that you are investing into your 401k, TSP, or other investment plan, you are buying shares at a reduced cost. If you have taxable accounts, referred to as non-qualified, because they don't qualify for special tax treatment from the IRS, this is a time for loss harvesting, evaluating stocks you were holding due to high gains, and investing cash in the portfolio. Look to these drops as opportunities. If you are near or in retirement, make sure your portfolio is designed to produce the income you need even when the market drops. Distribution portfolios look very different than ones designed for accumulation. We're also entering tax season, which means you need to pull together all your documents. If you own a business, make sure your 1099s are issued. Paperwork you should gather includes your W-2, any 1099s, the 1098 from your mortgage company, and receipts from charitable donations. Medical expenses may be deductible, but only those over 7.5% of your adjusted gross income, or AGI. If you are taking the standard deduction, you are still allowed a $300 deduction for charitable donations, or $600 if you were married. If you make capital improvements to your home, those are not deductible now, but save your receipts. They add to the tax basis of your house, the amount you've paid for the house, and you won't have to pay taxes on that amount when you sell your home. Your action item to take this week is to compile your balance sheet. It's a list of your assets, or what you own, and your liabilities, or what you owe. We prepare these annually for clients. It's a great way to see the big picture, rather than the bits and pieces each account statement shows. You can always find more information on our Facebook page or our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. This information is not intended to be a substitute for specific individualized tax advice. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Anna Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.